What can I say? Wow, Ronda. I had my pick at Sarah Kaufman only because she's a well-rounded striker. I thought for sure that she would put extreme emphasis on the armbar defense, which it appears that she did. I thought, former champ wants her belt back. What else is there except for determination and strength and mental stability and it seems like Ronda rushed towards her. It looked like she did a lot of work with Richard Perez leading up to the fight. It seemed like she really knew what she wanted to do. Of course, it was the arm bar, and there you go, 6-0, six first round arm bar finishes. I've never seen it. I haven't seen anything like this since 1993 when Royce Gracie blew through, the who's who, whoever challenged him in UFC one. It was just simply amazing. The whole card was amazing, really. Bobby Green was great just to kick the whole thing off. The main card, Jacare, and I think it was under a minute he had his knockout. I definitely predicted Jacare as the winner, but it was not by submission. It was a knockout. Incredible. He's been working with Nogueira. Anderson Silva, when you work with those types of guys, you get those types of results. Ronda Rousey working with the Diaz brothers, submission magicians, you get those types of results. But I had no idea that Kaufman was working with Jackson. She didn't even get a chance to showcase anything. She didn't get a chance to swing. She did get a chance to defend. She did it very well 3 or 4 times until she was forced to tap by armbar to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey truly is a star. There's nothing I can say. She's unbelievable at what she does. But I'm sticking to my word. There's there's a certain thing in MMA, and that's even the best of the best will fall eventually. And like I said, you can't win every fight with one move. You can't win every fight with one move. Eventually, there'll be someone that'll study your move so hard that you're not going to be able to get it on them. I don't think that you could catch Anderson Silva every single time with an armbar. I don't think you could catch John Jones every single time with an armbar. I think women's MMA, I'm a huge fan. I think they blew the guys away this time on the card. But I just don't see. I don't think they're as caught up as the men are. In mixed martial arts. WMMA is definitely in severe infancy, but I like it. It's intense. They go at it harder and with more technique than the men do, in my opinion. Miesha Tate earlier in the prelims impressed me greatly. She got beat in the first round. I think the second round was very close. In the third round, she pulls out an excellent, which is kind of ironic, but yeah, her third round victory, armbar victory over blonde hair girl. What's her name? Kedzie. Yeah, Kedzie. Over Julie Kedzie. So it was excellent. So I'm back. I'm back. It's been over a week. The last video I did, YouTube didn't like. Didn't have commercial rights of some sort. So let's keep everything just basically you and I oriented. Anyway, the Strikeforce card started out with Bobby Green. Excellent reach advantage, and he stood kind of, instead of sideways, he kind of stood straight, ambidextrous, and I was really looking for him. I like Bobby Green. I've seen him fight in the past, and I think he's a great boxer and kickboxer. I was looking for him to go for the finish. It looked like he was kind of riding the third round out, second and third round out. He knew he was winning and coasted to a decision. There was a lot of fights on there that I admired, and Strikeforce to me, kind of, if they were to do like the entrance explosions and shit like that, I think that they would interest me more than the UFC. But either or, the bottom line is that everyone was really just waiting for the Rousey Kaufman fight, and it happened in less than a minute. Ronda Rousey, yeah, she kept her belt, man. It's just I'm stunned, at an absolute loss for words. Still, 7-1 underdog for her was for Sarah Kaufman was a little bit off to me. I guess next is either who is it? I mean, I can see an excellent case for a rematch with Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate looked slow in her takedowns. She looked weak in her punches. I see that's the best Julie Kedzie I've seen in a long time. It's just that I think in the third round she just got sloppy I mean, yeah, Miesha's takedowns were terrible. Her takedowns were telegraphed. They were slow. She was getting beat, but again, she's coming off that March loss to Rousey. Rousey basically broke every bone in Rousey's left arm, and I thought maybe that's what was slowing her down. But she pulls out the third round armbar victory. So I'm going to wrap this up fairly quick, and I am just beyond words impressed with Ronda Rousey. Apparently, Richard Perez, the Diaz brothers, that's the way to go. In other news, I know anyone else in the world would say, yeah, we knew it was coming or we knew it was going to happen. I have to say, Frankie Edgar was robbed. Frankie Edgar won that fight through and through. I think it was 68-62 on CompuStrike. As far as knockdowns go, he scored the only knockdown and the only 2 takedowns of the fight. I don't know what the judges were seeing. It was Frankie Edgar all night. Frankie Edgar beat Benson Henderson in that rematch, and it's a damn shame. I would love to hear why Benson Henderson thinks that he won that fight. He didn't win the fight, not by a mile. I think Frankie Edgar did everything and anything that he needed to do to win that fight, and he won it. He won that fight. He won on my scorecards. I mean, mine are insanely unofficial, but he still won. I mean, he still won. To me, it should be December should go Diaz Edgar, and instead it's going to go Diaz Henderson. I mean, it's still going to be a great card. BJ Penn's on that card facing Rory McDonald. So, I mean, I'm going to buy it. It's going to be a fantastic card. It's just that Nate Diaz has always had problems with big guys. Look at Rory McDonald. Look at Dong Young Kim. They basically manhandled him with wrestling, which is the chink in Nate Diaz's armor. And basically just, wrote out decisions. And Rory McDonald really did ragdoll Nate Diaz and sent him packing back down to the lightweight division. There he goes 3-0, and now he's facing some of Benson Henderson's caliber. And Benson Henderson, like I said before, he's jiu-jitsu proof. He's just submitted it. But you have a guy, Nate Diaz, that pretty much I've seen could submit anyone at any point in time, especially put on his back. Put a Diaz brother on his back, and within seconds it seems like they submit you. It's going to be tough for Nate to adjust and get that thing going. Get his whole jiu-jitsu game going. I just hope that he works extensively on watching the Edgar Henderson. Both they went 10 rounds, so I just hope that he watches the tapes. My bet right now, I mean, shit, if the fight was tomorrow, I'd say Henderson. But who knows? The fight's 4 months away, so we'll see what happens then. I think that Frankie Edgar, for what it's worth, I have to apologize. It was all the goddamn rematches. You stalled the lightweight division for too long for me, man. That's my favorite division, and you just stalled it. You stalled it for too goddamn long. You're like a GSP, only smaller. And smaller people get on my nerves, and especially when you belong at 145. I just read that Edgar says it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It shouldn't be any problem at all to get down to 45 and take on Jose Aldo, and hopefully, that well, we know that's going to be a good fight. So yeah, this is the post fight in Strikeforce. Jacare comes out with a knockout in the first round. Bobby Green kicks off the card with an excellent 3-round back and forth battle. The whole card was fantastic, but in the end, Ronda Rousey, less than a minute, does it again, 6-0. Another armbar. Sarah Kaufman never had a chance. She stifled any offense that Sarah may have had to offer. It was stifled. And that just shows Ronda Rousey is a force to be reckoned with, especially in Strikeforce. And as Dana White said, she may be the first woman you'll see in the octagon. So it feels good to be back. Let me stretch and get my wings back, and you'll see a video from me really, really soon. Thanks a lot. I love you all very much, and hopefully you'll come back and talk to you guys soon.